India lives in its villages. The main occupation of the people living in more than 6 lakhs of villages of India is agriculture and livestock rearing. Agriculture and livestock rearing is based on natural resources like healthy soil, water, pasture, and forest resources. During the process of agriculture and livestock rearing, we get different produce. We also get different wastes like animal dung, agricultural residues, fruits and vegetable waste, poultry waste, and other waste from village and cottage industries. These wastes are organic matters and commonly termed as biomass, which are by and large biodegradable. It has been noticed that these wastes are not properly disposed by the people, which leads to unsanitary conditions and pollution in the villages. Let us have a view of a village. Dumps of cow dung, agricultural waste, and other waste lying in the heart of village is a common scene. This not only pollutes rural environment but also causes several health hazards. Here, you see there is fire in the agricultural field. These days, many commercial farmers of Punjab and Haryana resort to burn the leftover residues of crops after harvesting. This is a very inhuman and unscientific practice of agricultural waste disposal. In this process, local atmosphere gets polluted and many beneficial microorganisms responsible for ensuring soil fertility are killed. And micronutrients available in plant residues and topsoil get severely damaged. In recent past, a number of incidents of rapid spread of fire in adjoining agricultural fields have occurred in the states of Punjab and Haryana, in which huge damage of standing crops and human beings has taken place. In this program, first of all, let us understand some practical methods of agricultural waste disposal and its proper utilization. Composting. The commonly found biomass like cow dung, poultry waste, fruits and vegetable waste, grass and leaves, and agricultural residues get decomposed by a biochemical process in the nature and get mixed with the soil in the form of a compost to increase the soil fertility. This biochemical process is known as composting. The main agents of composting are the microorganisms. These microorganisms are of 2 types: aerobic and anaerobic. Aerobic microorganisms work in the presence of air or oxygen. And anaerobic microorganisms work in absence of air or oxygen. The microorganisms are available in cow dung. That's why cow dung is mixed in equal quantity along with organic matters to enhance the process of rapid composting. Microorganisms are also available in the guts of earthworms. And whenever they eat upon organic matters, microorganisms start working on organic matters to convert them into valuable compost known as vermicompost. It is important to understand the natural cycle which helps in maintaining ecological balance on our Mother Earth. Nature has its self-regeneration system of plants and animals, their growth and distribution of energy, and then decay of things after a period. And finally, its recycling and mixing with the soil as organic matters. This system is known as natural cycle. In nature, no organic matter is a waste. Rather, we can produce renewable energy and valuable compost for sustaining the soil fertility and thereby maintaining the ecological balance. We will see some practical techniques of agricultural waste utilization which can help us in generating sustainable livelihood for the villagers and maintaining the ever-needed ecological balance. Biogas plant. In a biogas plant, every day we feed equal amount of fresh cow dung and water. Generally, for 1 cubic meter of biogas production, we need 25 kilograms of cow dung. Gasification starts a week after this initial feeding and continues thereafter. The biogas can be used as cooking gas for preparing our food. It has capacity to run diesel engine, which can be used for cutting fodder or any other such use. It can also be utilized to run generator to produce electricity. Inside the biogas plants, the cow dung or organic matter gets purposefully disposed of, and finally, after 40 days, we get well-digested slurry. Slurry is very good manure, helpful in maintaining soil fertility. A toilet can also be attached to biogas plant. Then there is no need for construction of a separate septic tank. It has been noticed that if we feed the biogas plant with poultry droppings along with cow dung, then the biogas productivity increases and the quality of slurry obtained after 30-40 days is far more enriched. The slurry can be transferred to fields with the help of irrigation channels. The slurry is helpful in maintaining the soil fertility. And with continuous use of slurry, even a barren land can be revived into a cultivable land. The biogas slurry can also be used for vermicomposting because the earthworms love to feed upon this slurry. Vermiculture. Vermiculture is the science of preparing compost with the help of earthworms. Earthworms help in maintaining the soil fertility. They consume organic matters and prepare valuable compost in the soil. They make capillary burrows which are helpful in increasing intake of nutrients, air, and water by the plants. That's why we call them farmer's friend. Vermiculture is very effective technique for rapid production of large amount of compost. The process of vermiculture is really easy. Firstly, we construct a shed or a thatched hut. The platform of the floor is raised up to 1 foot. We can have a number of pits or beds as per the size of hut or shed. The width of the pit is normally kept of 3 feet and height is kept only 1 foot. The normal length of the bed is 10 feet, which can be increased up to 30 feet. The cow dung and other organic waste is mixed and laid on the beds for decomposition. It is broken into small pieces with the help of a tiller for better decomposition. Then, we sprinkle water on it to maintain the moisture and temperature. In case of a commercial unit, we can use machine-operated sprinkler also. After this, we can add earthworms culture, then once again we sprinkle water on it. After about 20 days, the color of the biomass changes and we find a number of black and brown granules or vermicasts on the beds. They just look like a tea powder. These can be collected on the sides of the beds with the help of small tiller. The compost taken out from different beds is collected at one place. It is then sieved to improve the quality and packed into bags. This compost is now ready for its application in the fields as per requirement of the crops. For rapid composting, we use a special type of earthworm which is known as red earthworm or tigerworm. They prepare compost very fast and their number doubles in just 21 days. Nowadays, the vermicompost is being used as an effective input for organic farming. It can help us in protecting from ill effects of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, the worst pollutants. We will share the experiences of some pioneer farmers who have adopted organic farming and other mixed farming practices based on natural resources to earn their livelihood successfully. Science and technology has contributed a lot in development, particularly in agricultural crops production. However, it also brings along some adverse impact on our environment, human health, animal health, and soil health. Soil and groundwater are contaminated now. It has led to global environmental problems, and now the eco-balance is disturbed. It all has happened due to injudicious and excessive use of chemical fertilizers. I emphasize upon minimizing the use of chemicals. That's why I have established an organic farm called Back to Nature Farm. Through this farm, I aim at practicing organic farming. My father is also a farmer. After completing my 10th standard, I also started sharing responsibilities of farming with him. My interest was in dairy farming. I got training on artificial insemination of cattle. While practicing artificial insemination in my area, I bought a number of she-calves from various farmers. Slowly, I possessed 25 of them. I nourished them carefully with balanced diet, which resulted in their healthy growth. They conceived in time and later started producing abundant milk. Then, I availed a loan of Rs 7 lakh from a bank and purchased 30 hybrid cows. By putting hard effort, I managed to pay back the loan over a span of just 2.5 years. I got encouraged. Then, I prepared a project of modern dairy farm of about 100 cows. It was my dream to establish such a farm. I visited a number of farms and finally I could establish it. I even imported milking plant from Italy where 10 cows could be milked at a time. Today, I have 65 milking cows. I look after them carefully. I prepare silage or pickle for them out of green fodder. I store huge amount of fodder in advance. In last 8 months, I have hardly purchased any fodder from outside. Animals are really fond of silage. Apart from this, I am also working for an integrated farming system. I use the waste of dairy farm in biogas plants. Biogas is used for cooking and running motors. Left out feed of cows is given to pigs in the farm. I started piggery with 10 pigs. See, today I have 100 pigs. Biogas slurry and pigs' waste are supplied to nearby fish pond for fishery. In this way, I have developed an integrated farming system to make my projects economically profitable and ecologically sound. I have been practicing organic farming for the last 3 years. I prepare organic compost as well as vermicompost myself. I have 2 biogas plants and I own 19 acres of land. Out of this, 6 acres are used for fishery, and my fish is purely organic because I never use any chemical. For milk production, I feed organic fodder to my livestock grown by application of quality compost only. I have been growing organic produce like onion, potatoes, brinjal, gourd, pulses, etc. They all are grown by application of quality compost prepared either by vermicomposting or by other proven techniques. I never use undigested compost. I would suggest my fellow farmers to start organic farming in just 1 or 2 acres initially. It will provide you an opportunity to produce a quality food at no extra cost. I was facing difficulties in farming. Then, in 1981, I took up beekeeping after getting training from Punjab Agriculture University, Ludhiana. I started cultivating sunflower, which goes well with beekeeping. I earned very good income from honey production. I started with 2 boxes only, and now I have 200 boxes. I've also learned to produce hybrid seeds of chili. I advise to small and marginal size farmers that they should adopt subsidiary enterprises like beekeeping, dairy farming, piggery, goatry, turkey farming and fishery as per the needs of the area or one's own needs. In the present scenario, subsidiary enterprises along with agriculture are a must to be successful. Let us now understand the linkage between integrated agricultural waste management and sustainable agriculture with the help of a flowchart. Firstly, by using cow dung and poultry waste in a biogas plant, we can generate biogas. Biogas can be used for cooking, running motor, or producing electricity through a generator. The slurry coming out of the biogas plant can be used for organic farming or even for fishery. Secondly, the agricultural waste can be converted into compost by vermiculture, which can be used for organic farming to produce organic fruits, vegetables, and milk. Thirdly, the agricultural waste and other organic wastes can also be converted into compost by making use of various composting techniques, and the resultant compost can be used for promoting organic farming. Similarly, by adopting mixed farming like beekeeping, poultry, and fishery, we can successfully achieve the target of sustainable agriculture. So, if we follow the natural cycle and utilize the agricultural waste purposefully and integrate it with mixed farming, then we can surely generate not only sustainable livelihood for the millions, but also make our environment cleaner and contribute in bringing prosperity in our villages.